Are we on?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, guys. It is time for bedtime devotionals again. We missed you last week. We hope that you had a blessed and peaceful 4th of July and that you're ready to get into some of quick wisdom for God's rich girls and dig into the Word of God. Um, Tonight we are going to page 21 in your book, which, as always, the link to purchase the book is down below, right? DB?
Yes, down below.
Down below. I got it right. Um, so check that out so that you can follow along with us. And we're going to start off with page 21, the second devotional. So page 21 is my body. Timber, do you want to read the devotional?
Yeah, sure. So it says, "The body that God gave me is beautiful and made just for me, but I am more than my body. My heart matters most to God." And the verse is 1 Peter 3:3-4. And do you want me to read what that says?
Sure.
What that is? Okay. "Your beauty should not come from outward adornment."
Do you know what adornment means?
No.
It means like outward,
like appearance,
beautifying yourself. Adornment means that you're putting on something to make yourself look more beautiful. That's what adornment means. Like if you put a flower in your hair or you put nail polish on, that type of thing. That's an adornment. Okay.
Such as elaborate hairstyles and the wearing of gold or fine clothes. Rather, it should be that your inner self, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is great worth in God's sight.
Okay. So we have some key things that we wanted to just go over with you guys. And one of the first things that we noticed was the devotional says that, hold on, let me get my notes together, that my body is made just for me. It says the body that God gave me is beautiful and made just for me. So Timber and I were talking about what that means. My body was made just for me. So basically, it's just stating that our bodies were designed exactly the way God intended them to be designed. The Bible says that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. So that means that everything about us, our shape, the color of our skin, right, our height, that those are things that God designed with our purpose in mind. And that those things, even the way we walk, the way we talk, some of the things that we can even be really critical, of ourselves in.
That's not considered physically beautiful or something like that, which is
maybe crazy, by someone's standard.
Yeah. Because the standards are so high.
Well, they change.
Like, and they change. Like it's impossible to stay up to someone's standards all the time. It's not worth it, I don't think.
Someone's standards of beauty, especially, because that's everyone thinks something different is beautiful. But anyway, that part of the devotional is just stating that we are made the way God designed us to be made, and that we have to know that the way we're made is to fulfill our purpose here. Timber was given an example about basketball and how she loves basketball.
I always was thinking that I was like too small to like not bulky, strong enough. Um, for basketball, I thought that it was kind of an unfair match between most of the girls that I played against. But I can use I'm quicker than like girls who are more muscular and things like that on the court. So I use that to my advantage. I'm smaller and quicker, and I use that to my advantage. God's gifts that He gave me.
So you didn't just say, "Oh, I'm too small to play basketball."
Mm-mm.
No, because it was something God had put in your heart to do. He had given you a talent for it, and you were like, "Well, there must be something that he has for me to do, even though I am smaller." And I think that's a perfect example of just accepting yourself and knowing that God is going to use you exactly the way that He designed you. There's nothing about you that needs to change before you can be used by God. There's nothing about your appearance that needs to change before you can be used by God. So that's one part of it. And then it also says, um, I am more than my body. So while we should be good stewards of our body, which means we eat we eat as well as we know we should. No one obviously is perfect at that, and everybody is different in what eating well means. Um, but we eat the things that our doctors tell us we need to eat are good for us. Yeah, that are that we learned are good for us. That our parents tell us are good for us kids. Um, and then we respect our bodies, we take care of them, we all that good stuff. But God says that what makes us beautiful is not our bodies. What makes us beautiful is our heart. Right, Timber?
Yes.
And um, so, how do we make our hearts beautiful? We know how to make our outward, a lot of us know how to make our outward appearance beautiful. We know the things that we like to do, and we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. But the things that we like to do to make ourselves feel more beautiful on the outside. But how do we beautify the inside of our hearts?
Well, earlier we had talked about how David in the Bible, it says that David was a man after God's own heart.
Mm-hmm.
And that basically means you want to please God. You want to do everything for Him, through Him. He's
Him.
the top of a funnel for everything. So, did you want to talk about that yet?
Yeah.
Okay. So
we're talking about King David in the Bible. King David, the Bible says that he was a man after God's own heart. So that's what she's talking about right now.
So you can love a person. You love that person because God's light shows through them. That's why you should. Or because you should always see God through the thing that you love. Thing or person that you love.
Okay. So when you love cooking, like you like to bake.
Yeah.
Or you like basketball, or all the things, or even the people that you love.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying that we should love those things because they came from God.
Yes.
Not because we love that thing so much.
Because we're good at it, or because because we love that thing, and not exactly what you said.
So we should be loving. We should love those things because they came from God. Everything is about that it came from God, that it was a gift from God. God is at the top of our list for everything. So that the things that we have, the things that we love, basketball, cooking, a new toy, a new car, whatever it is, that thing will never become above God. If we always put it below God and say, God is who gave us this. This is a gift. This is a blessing. This is a responsibility. Um, it keeps things in perspective. So that's good. So that's one way that we can beautify our hearts. We love things because they came from God, and we recognize that all good things come from Him, right? That's what the Bible says.
Yeah.
So that's one way to beautify our heart. Another way to beautify our hearts is to, the Bible says, to love God with all of our hearts. So um, that I take that as um, everything we do. I think this is what we meant by this. That we kind of got it mixed up.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be everything we do comes out of our love for God. The first one, the having a heart after God, is um, that we're trying to have the same heart as God. That we try to do things in the same way that God says He would do things, which means that we do it in love. That's our motivation for doing the things that we do. That's what it means to have a heart after God. To love God with all of our hearts is what we were talking about before, where we do everything with God at the top. Everything else comes after that. And then the third way that we beautify our hearts is that we guard our heart. And the Bible talks about um, we have to guard our heart from um, negativity, from um, people that we know we shouldn't probably hang out with, that maybe are a bad influence, from certain things on television and Instagram and social media, things that aren't good.
So many things that are popular right now. It seems like the things that can do some of the worst things to you are always the things that are close, like always around in your life. Like social media can, like, I've seen it like ruin people, and like not ruin people, but really mess up some people, make them obsessed with with some beauty standard or someone saying something not nice on, like, it's just,
and it can really mess them up, like emotionally, and make them think differently about themselves.
Which that's a bigger like topic that we could say talk about another week,
but that's a good example, because it shows how those things can get inside your heart, and then they change how you look at yourself, and then your heart changes. You're no longer working on beautifying your heart. Now you're trying to live up to someone else's standard. And the only standard we have to live up to is God's standard, and He is concerned with how beautiful our hearts are. And there are things that we can do to beautify our hearts. And even all those things, they're all things that we can only do because God gives us the strength to do it. We can't do any of these things on our own. We can only do them by God's grace. So I think that was it for tonight's devotional. Please feel free to email us or post something on Facebook if you guys have comments or insight, or I know we get some great feedback from some of the God's Rich Girls that post on Facebook, and we really appreciate it because it really blesses us. And we went over a lot tonight, so.
And we see things like you see everything that people post too. So
and I try to respond. So thank you guys for joining us, and we see you viewers out there. Thank you guys. So we're gonna do some just quick just little, what do we call this segment? We should have a name for this.
Oh, we should.
We don't have a name for it yet.
We'll come up with one by next. Hopefully.
So
should we do this stuff first or the?
We'll do so we talked about beautifying our outward appearance. We'll do these first. And so we came up with 3 things that we both need to, not need, again, that
as much of a necessity as it gets for wanting to
that we
have
like
it.
a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
to beautify our outward appearance.
which is nice still.
Yeah, of course. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's not what God is most concerned with. That He talks about our hearts and being beautiful on the inside is what's going to last.
Yeah.
That's what has eternal value. Eternal means forever, right? So and we know that this outward does not last. It changes and
You
yeah,
never know what's
so
gonna happen with
your
your
outward
outward
appearance.
appearance. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, some of the things that we like. First thing, sunscreen for me. I'm mine is a certain kind. I really like this Neutrogena sunscreen. I was actually just bragging about this to my mom and my sister at a 4th of July get together. Love this stuff. And I sprayed it on them. I didn't ask, I just sprayed it on them. And they liked it a lot. So, anyway, this is like something that I have to have because I'm in the sun a lot in the summer. Timber, what's yours?
So I'll just do mine that's in a can too. This I kind of really should use it more, but I've added it because it's really good for you. It's a heat protector for your hair. So I'm out in the sun a lot because I run cross country. I'm doing some swim stuff right now, so I'm in the sun a lot of my day, and this protects my hair from getting torn up from the sun.
Mm-hmm. It's like a sunscreen for your hair.
Yeah,
so it's really cool. It's called Ion
Purifying Solutions. Protects hair from sun, chlorine, and salt water. I need to
use
that right before
right. She doesn't use it for the pool, but that's a good thing to use.
And this has lasted me. I've had this for a long time. Like, you don't need that much of it in your hair. Mm-hmm. You just kind of do a little.
It's good for braids too.
Oh yeah, I use it for. Sorry.
No, okay.
I use it for my braids all the time. Just kind of spray where my hair is, and then that keeps my hair protected while I can't actually like get it each like individual piece of hair.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so another one of mine is my eyelash curler, and actually Timber bought me this. I love this thing, and I have to have this thing because my eyelashes don't curl; they just like kind of go straight out. So yeah, I need this, and I always break them somehow. But she got me a really good one, and it's lasted. So
I don't remember what brand that is.
It's from.
I don't even remember where we got it.
Marshall. The icing.
Oh, I think it was from icing. Like, yeah, it was from icing.
So we like this.
Yeah, icing's got some good stuff.
Icing has good sales too.
They do, like crazy, and their stuff's not like cheap. Like, I mean, cheaply made. Mm-hmm. So my next one is this nail polish. It's CoverGirl Outlast Stay Brilliant. Yeah, it's a like gold shimmer, and I like it because it seems like it'd be super vibrant, but it's actually pretty subtle, and it dries so fast.
So what color is that? Like, what would you estimate if you were telling someone, because they might not be able to see what color that really is?
It's definitely gold, like a more yellowish gold though, and it's very shimmery.
Yes, and I love it. It's beautiful, especially in the sun. It
like sparkles. It's so cool. But so I just like this mostly because it dries super quick, and I actually have a hard time getting it off, which I'd rather have that than have it fall off after a day one time in the shower. So I really like this. I was super impressed when I got it.
Okay. And then this is my last one. It is Organic Wear. It's a foundation, and I decided to switch to organic makeup a few months ago, and I'm very happy that I did. I love this stuff, and they sell it in like the regular drugstore. They sell it also at some beauty supply stores, but it's not real expensive. It goes on super light, and if you like a natural look, I would suggest this. And it's all organic, 100% natural origin tinted
100%.
moisturizer, and it is a SPF 15. I didn't know that. So this is really, I mean,
Wait,
hey,
100% or
100% natural origin.
wow?
It smells like uh plants.
Your
It
face
smells
smelling
like plants. It does.
Hey, I
So
mean that's good because
it's
you
called
know
what?
that it's like just
Not
zero.
chemicals and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's called organic wear.
yeah.
So and this
So
is Timber's last one.
my last one is I don't really have that much left of it, but Kinky Curly. It's this gel that works so well in my hair. I have really curly hair. That's like it's kind of it's like your hair, a little bit curlier, but I can wear my hair down when it's like this. So I get my hair soaking wet. I run it through my hair, and it'll stay like weighed down. And it sounds kind of bad for
It'll
it.
stay weighed down. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it sounds kind of bad for it, but it's actually not. It rinses out easily. It doesn't like get all hard and.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
Because I think it says something about it's natural styling gel. They sell this at Whole Foods.
Target, right?
Target and Whole Foods are the only two places that carry it.
Yeah.
As far as I know. But they originally started selling it at Whole Foods, and it's because it's it's like all natural ingredients. It has like really interesting ingredients, and it smells wonderful.
It smells so good.
It smells like marshmallows and vanilla, but doesn't it?
It does.
Mm-hmm. But it's the best gel that we've been able to find for really tight curls. So if you have really tight curls, and that's a good thing to try. It's called Kinky Curly.
Yeah.
And so this is our last thing. Thank you guys for hanging in there with us. We hope you're enjoying this, but we wanted to also real quick, because we said we would on Instagram. You guys loved, apparently, we talked about lentil muffins on Instagram this week. And no, go ahead.
It sounds not very appetizing, but they're amazing.
They are. They're very good.
Really good.
Even her little brother liked them, and he is not eating lentils, but he is eating them. And she's going to give you the ingredients really fast, and we'll post the recipe on our blog, which you can get to from godsrichgirls.com. So real quick, let's go through the ingredients.
Have egg, canola oil, sugar. You can add as much or as little amount of sugar as you want to these.
She added a very little bit of sugar.
Yeah, I added 3 or 4 tablespoons of it, and it's still pretty sweet because we add 1 cup of mashed bananas, and that was about 3 bananas for 1.5, 3 bananas. 1 cup of lentil puree. I didn't use lentil puree. I just had 1 cup of lentils, and I kind of just mashed them up. So
they were cooked.
Oh, cooked, yes, cooked. But it doesn't have to be lentil puree. Just take some cooked lentils and mash them as good as you can get them. Vanilla extract, flour, baking soda, baking powder, and I added dates, and it tastes so good.
Yeah, they were awesome.
Yeah.
It added a lot of sweetness to it.
It did.
Without sugar, without white sugar.
If you really want to go, like, just have this be really healthy, like, you could go without the sugar in that completely. Mm-hmm. Like, the dates and bananas were actually really sweet, and the good part is with these, you can just keep adding fruit to them, so you can add fruit you want to it.
Or nuts. You could add
nuts. You can add, like, these are really good because you can add whatever you want to them.
So, and then all we did was got a little bowl of popcorn here because this is my favorite snack. Everybody in the house knows.
Yeah.
Anybody that knows me knows popcorn is a way to my heart. So this is that's what I eat at night. This is one of Timber's favorite healthy snacks.
Yeah.
How she feeds her body, because we still have to feed our bodies properly, even though that's not what our main concern is. That is a responsibility. We have to feed our bodies
it's important
right
still.
Things, and yes. And you have to know what's right for your body. So Anyway, thank you guys for joining us again. I'm sure this is probably our longest one, but
Yeah,
we missed you
that's
last
okay.
week.
Yeah.
We had a lot to say. We had to catch up. So we will see you next Wednesday, and have a very blessed rest of your week. And reach out to us. Hit us
Yeah.
up on Instagram, Facebook. We're everywhere. Twitter. Um, we want to hear from you.
Yeah.
Good night.
Night.